Hello friends, I'm Dr. Jairam, consultant family physician. Welcome to the Family Doctor channel. So today we are going to see a very useful topic, and we are also going to learn certain new information. And so the topic is we are going to see top 10 fruits, which is really useful for all the diabetics and who are all on treatment, and all the diabetic patients, which is really helpful. So watch the video from first to till last, so you won't miss any the most important information regarding the top 10 fruits. And second is we are going to see about the glycemic index, and also the third is the glycemic load. So we are going to look after all those very useful information, and which I try to concise all those things and try to give it to you so that you can easily understand, and which you can adapt, and you can also useful for your day-to-day activities, and you can maintain a proper diet pattern based on this available information which I'm going to give. So let's dive deep into it. So about the diet and top 10 fruits for the diabetes. So today first we have to know about the glycemic index. So glycemic index is basically is a criteria. So what they have classified into three types, like mild, moderate and severe. So based on the glycemic load in a food which you are able to consume. So suppose the sugar is the 100, it has complete amount of glycemia, so that means it has lot of sugar in that, so that is the highest, so that is 100. And second is mild, moderate and severe. Mild, if it is less than 55 it is mild, if it is 56 to 69 it is moderate, and if it is more than 70 we call it as high glycemic index. So based on this classification, we have classified the fruits and diet, carbohydrates, fats and everything we have classified based on that, so that we have an idea about which group has low glycemic index, which has moderate glycemic index, and which has very high glycemic index. So this is most important thing which we have to understand, so that we can able to titrate the diet which we day to day we are consuming. So it will be very helpful, so that we know about what kind of fruits, what kind of carbohydrates or wheats or cereals, whatever you are taking it. So we will know about what kind of glycemic index it fall into, and based on that we can change your diet pattern. So if you are consuming of high glycemic index, or if you are consuming low glycemic index, based on that. Second is we have to know about the glycemic load. What is glycemic load? It is the amount of carbohydrate in the serving plus glycemic index. This is called as glycemic load. The formula is glycemic index into carbohydrate divided by 100. So it has been classified into three parts. One is low, moderate and high. So the low range is from 0 to 10, they have given the numbers, and from moderate is 11 to 19, and more than 20 it comes as glycemic load of high. So this why glycemic load is very important, because we have to know about the quantity of the which food has lot of glycemic load. So if the food has if you are consuming a food which has a quantity of high in glycemic load, then the chances of not control in the diabetes is very low. So the important factor is we have to know both glycemic index as well as glycemic load. Both we have to know about it, and then once you know about it, we have to apply in your regular diet, so that it is very useful in order to control your sugars based on your diet. So with this piece of information, we are jumping into the most important topic of the day. It is top 10 fruits for the diabetes. So what are the top 10 fruits for the diabetes? So there are many fruits which are having, why we call it as top 10 fruits, because they have low glycemic index and also they have low glycemic load. Both are very low. So that is why we call it as superfoods or top 10 fruits for the diabetes, which can they can consume it without any problem. So without any fluctuations in the sugar, because these kind of fruits will take time to raise your sugars. So it will take a delayed response in order to raise your sugars in your blood. So that is why we have these fruits are labeled as top 10 fruits. So what are the top 10 fruits which we are going to see now? The first fruit is cherries. The cherries are the most many of the children and a lot of people will love about cherries, and even in the cakes they'll be using it. And cherries has a lot of vitamin C and as well as vitamin K and potassium. It has rich in potassium as well, and antioxidant property, and most important thing is polyphenol that it contains, which is a very important plant component which won't allow the cell to get destroyed, so that it will protect the cells. So that is why the cherries are very good in that, and it has got a glycemic index score of 20 and glycemic load of 6. It is considered in the low in glycemic index as well as in the glycemic load. The second is berries. Berries are, there are different berries, and as you all would have by this time you would have tasted all those things. One is strawberry, gooseberries, and raspberries. So all those berries comes under this. And what is the beneficial effect of the berries, so beneficial effect of the berries, it has got a rich in vitamin C, and it has an antioxidant property, and also it is useful in olden days in gout, in treating gout. Gout is a disease which affects the foot, and which have severe excruciating pain in your great toe. So that is called as gout. So this because it has got very good effect on gout as well, and it reduces the fats and also triglyceride contents as well. So berries have a tremendous role in controlling your diet. So, and also it has glycemic index of 40 to 41. So it also comes in the less than 55 category, that is low. So that is why it is very good to have berries. Okay, and the third is what we call as grapes. So grapes, it has glycemic index of 25 and load of 3. So it has a rich in vitamin C, and also it has B6, vitamin B6. So vitamin B6 is very important for the nerves, and also vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, and which is very helpful for protecting your cells, and also it will vitamin C rich if you are going to take, so it has a tremendous benefit. So this is the second, and the third important thing is about the grapes. So fourth is, as you all know, and many of the favorite thing is apple. So an apple lady keeps a doctor away. So this is the quote which everyone knows about it. But this apple has a tremendous benefit because it has the whole apple, it contains a lot of fiber content which is very helpful for the constipation, and also it will be helpful as a fruit. Whenever you are having, it helps and improves the digestion part, and for the persons who is having constipated, it will be very useful. And also it has high antioxidant rich as well. And so apples, if you are consuming, it has very low glycemic index, that is around 39, and glycemic load of around 5. So, and also it has rich vitamin C as well as K. So it has a tremendous fruit, and it is very good for you health. And if you are taking an apple, a slice of apple, so take it as a whole and without peeling here the outer skin, because the outer skin has rich in fiber content. So take it as a whole fruit. And fifth is, we are going to see about the orange. So from children to the geriatric all persons whoever is in the planet, they all can have orange. And it has lovely antioxidant rich, vitamin C rich, it has got potassium rich, so all this have a very beneficial role. And the glycemic index is around 40 and glycemic load of 5. So this is also a very useful fruit. If the person is a diabetic, you can take orange as much as you can. And the thing is, it has a lot of protective behavior, and it will be very helpful for your skin, and it is helpful for many of the persons who are trying to reduce the weight, and it will try to reduce the weight loss, and many other characteristics. It has antioxidant rich, and so cell damage is prevented if you are taking a lot of. And also it aging, so premature aging is also prevented if you take a lot of orange. So this is the information about the orange. And then about the next fruit is plum. So plums, if it is dried, we call it as prunes. So it's the glycemic index is 40 and glycemic load of 2. And eighth fruit is the chiku. And chiku, as you all know, many chiku lovers are there. And chiku, it is rich in vitamin A as well as vitamin C, and it is glycemic index is also very low for it, and it is a tremendous benefit for the persons who is having a eye refractive error, all the patients who is having a eyesight, distant eyesight, all those things will be helpful, and it improves the immune system, and it has rich vitamin C, so it has a very good antioxidant property. So chiku is also a good choice for the diabetes individuals. And the ninth is, which we want to see, is dragon fruit. So dragon fruit, it has it is a very good fruit, and it has vitamin C, vitamin E, beta carotene, lycopene, and which all has a very, and the second important is it has a very low glycemic index as well as a glycemic load of around 20-25 range, and it reduces risk of chronic disorders. If the person is having a diabetes, hypertension, all those things will be reduced if you are having the having this dragon fruit. So, and also the last fruit which we are going to talk on the list of 10 top fruits is guava. So the guava, which is vitamin C rich fruit, and it has useful in many, its leaves were useful in previous days for the menstrual pain, and also it is useful for the diarrhea. So, and also, you know, it has a lot of fiber content rich in it. So whenever you have a lot of fiber rich fruits, it will slowly increase your sugar levels. So these fruits are having a tremendous benefit. So it will reduce the blood pressure, it will reduce your weight, it will also improve your sugars. So these are all the top 10 fruits. Today we have concised it for you, so that it is very useful for you to follow all the top 10 fruits so in your diet, so that it will be very useful if you are want to reduce the weight. If a person is obese or overweight, start taking the fruits. That is most important aspect which many of the persons try to miss out. So try to take fruits as much as possible. And in fruits, based on the information which we have discussed, if you have low glycemic index and also a low glycemic load, then those fruits are very good beneficial for your health as well as for the sugar. So it will, all the top 10 fruits will have tremendous benefit on your health and also in your diet, and also controlling your blood sugars. So thank you so much, and stay tuned, and we will discuss in the further series about the moderate glycemic index and also severe glycemic index, where the fruits which are the in category of moderate as well as in the severe. So that we will complete the whole series of glycemic index fruits, and then we can discuss about the cereals, pulses, all those things, whichever the category fits in, so that the whole diet, which is so crucial in controlling the blood sugar, which plays a tremendous role, so in controlling the sugars, so these have a very beneficial role. So you can if you start doing this early, so if you doing the proper diet and exercise and with minimal medication, that is the best thing which you can do for your health. So thank you guys, thank you for watching, thank you so much.